Hello, happy Wednesday. My name is Jessica Perez-Beebe, and today we are talking about personal freedom, what it means to you, if you are experiencing personal freedom in your life, and how you can create more of it. So a lot of what I've been talking about lately, if you've been following me, has to do with life is now, living your life in the moment, seizing the opportunity, not putting off tomorrow what you could be doing today. Tomorrow would have been my mother's 60th birthday, and I did a Facebook Live last week or a couple of weeks ago on the fact that she died at age 45 suddenly in a car accident with all of her dreams and what ifs dying along with her. So she had lots of dreams, she had lots of goals, she had lots of ways that she wanted to change her life, but she was always waiting for the right moment. She was always waiting to have more money or to have a different relationship, or to have just more of this, more of that, less of this, less of that. Basically, she was always waiting in order to take the next steps, to create the freedom and the lifestyle that she wanted to live. And of course, she never had that opportunity because none of us really ever have more time. Time is not promised to us, right? So what we do have is today. And so as a coach, and someone who really is on a mission to empower people to live life on their terms in a way that is nurturing to themselves and also contributes to those in your life, your community, and the universe as a whole. That is something that I'm really passionate about, and that's what I'm here to share with you. Ways in which you can up-level your life. You can live a life that is on purpose meaning connected to what your purpose is, your superpowers in the world. I just did a video on that a couple of days ago. So if you don't know what your superpowers are, search here in my video files, and you will find that video on how to discover what your superpowers are. So you're giving one life, right? That's one life that we know of right here in the here and now. And it's a beautiful life, and it's up to you to live it the way that you want to live it. It's up to you to take the action, to put forward the thoughts and the ways of being that will set you up to live a life on purpose. So what does that mean? Let's jump right into it. Hey, Talia. So when you come on, please drop a comment. Let me know your name, where you're joining from. Those of you who are watching the replay, which I know so many of you are. Hi, Jackie. Also, when you get on, please say hello. Throw some likes, throw some hearts. So my question to you right now is, are you free? Are you living a life that is meaningful to you? And how can you create more of what you want in your life? So let me know in the comments, do you feel like you're living life in a way that feels like you have personal freedom? Yes or no? And what I mean by that is, are you doing a job that you love? Are you in a career that you love? Are you in relationships that you appreciate and that are nurturing to you, or are they depleting you? Are you in relationships that uplift you, or in relationships that bring you down? And that's on both ends. Are you contributing to your relationship, or are you pulling it down? How about in your relationship with your children? You know, are you in a parenting relationship or in a child relationship with your parents that is nurturing and loving, and that you get to be yourself in? Or are you living according to the standards of what other people expect of you? What are you in a job because it pays the bills, but you wake up every day and you are sick to your stomach, or you're playing sick, right? Because you just can't bear another day in that job. Living like that is an example of not living in your freedom. You don't have personal freedom when you're just mucking through, going through the motions, reacting to everything in life. Now, that doesn't mean that life is perfect and is always working out the way that you want. It doesn't mean that at all. But there's a way that you get to show up in the world. There's a way that you get to show up in the world in a way that is responsible for the energy that you bring, for the choices that you make, for the thoughts that you think, and the language that you're using when you're speaking about yourself, about your life to other people, right? So personal freedom to me is one of my values. It's one of the 5 values that I live my life by and base my business on. So here's what personal freedom means to me. And it's something different for everyone. And that's why you need to answer the question, what does personal freedom mean to me? And am I living in a way that supports that? You know, am I seizing the day? Am I seizing opportunities? Am I living according to my values or someone else's values? Am I true to myself, right? So that's the question you get to ask yourself. What does freedom mean to me? And then am I actually living in a way that supports that? So for me, personal freedom is doing work that I love. It's making my hours, right? It's being an entrepreneur. That's not something that was a reality for me 15 years ago. But when I decided that that's something that was really important to me, I set out to make it happen. And it wasn't easy until it was. What do I mean by that? You know, when you haven't made the decision to do something and you've just been thinking about it, it's easy to come up with all the reasons why it will be difficult or why it won't work. But as soon as you immediately make that decision and you shift into taking the very first step, one foot in front of the other, then quite honestly, it all falls together much easier than people think. If you are living true to yourself, if you're not doing things based on what other people think about you, you know, what is she going to think? What is he going to think? Or if you're not making your decisions based out of fear, because fear will hold you back from being true to who you are. If you're not doing those things, but instead you're stepping into your power and you're making decisions based on what's in your heart and the vision you have for yourself, then you're moving forward in freedom, and all those things fall into place. So for me, personal freedom is, like I said, working for myself, being an entrepreneur. It's having the lifestyle that I like, right? So it's being healthy so that I have the freedom and the physical energy and the capacity physically to live the kind of lifestyle that I like, which is I like to work, I like to build business, I like to help clients, I like to travel. My family and I have been traveling and living in different parts of the world and the country for the past 4+ years, right? So that requires us to be healthy. We can't be, you know, getting colds and getting run down and getting the flu, and we don't, right? So freedom to me is being healthy, so that I can do all of these things, so that I can be a successful entrepreneur, so that I can travel all around, so that I can be present in my family. Personal freedom to me also means doing things that I feel called to do, even if they seem difficult or impossible, and then finding the ways to make it happen. Personal freedom to me means spending money on the things that are valuable to me. And sometimes valuable is just doing fun stuff, right? Buying the clothes that I want, taking the trips that I want. But other times, you know, that means investing in, you know, the coaching that I need in order to grow my business, investing in, you know, whatever other type of services that I need to support my lifestyle, right? So I never want to be, and this is something I've learned from my coach, I never want to be in a position where money is the reason I don't do something that's really meaningful to me. And so that starts with your mindset, the capacity to see that as a possibility. And then when you can believe that as the possibility, then you can start looking outside. Okay, well, who can help me with this? How can I learn from this? You know, what resources do I need? But it all starts here. It all starts here. So that's what personal freedom means to me. What does personal freedom mean to you? What does personal freedom mean to you? And how can you create more of that in your life? So when I sit back and I look at my life and I say, okay, I know that personal freedom to me is, working for myself. So I'm doing that. I made that a possibility. I know that personal freedom for me is being really healthy, being in great shape, because that makes it easy for me to live the lifestyle that I like, to be on the go, to have high energy and to hold capacity mentally for my clients, and emotionally. Once I made that decision as part of, to me, what is personal freedom, then I started taking the steps to build my life in a way, and my body in a way that could be healthy, right? And so when you ask yourself the question, what does it mean? What do I need to have, create, or be in my life in order to feel like I'm free? I'm not living under what other people expect of me. I'm not following somebody else's model of life. I'm not being a fake. I'm not being a phony. I'm not saying one thing and then doing another thing, behind closed doors. When you decide, when you come up with your list of what personal freedom is, you then ask yourself, how do I achieve it? Where am I falling short, and how can I step it up? So, if I all of a sudden see that I've been slacking on my health, on my exercise, or I haven't been eating right, or I've been having too much wine or something like that, that's an opportunity to self-reflect and say, wait a minute, you're not free if you are a slave to these things, or you're not free if all of a sudden you are, falling ill because you haven't been taking care of yourself, because then that's going to impact my business. That's going to impact my ability to travel with my family, all of that. So then I get to go back to that. I get to go back to my bullet points of what personal freedom is for me. And I get to shift and make corrections, right? I get to shift and fine tune where I might be off. Same thing when it comes to wealth and abundance. Abundance is a big word, right? And I have a summit going on that's going to be live pretty soon, Your New Money Mindset. So if you don't know about that, go to the website, yournewmoneymindset.com. And in that, there's 22 people plus me. And we're talking exactly about what it means to be abundant, And that is part of personal freedom. Abundance isn't just money. Abundance is, how can you be abundant in your health, in your relationships, in your ability to earn money, in your career, in the way you think, in your spirituality, in your connection to God, to whatever it is that is a higher power to you. Those are all ways that you get to be abundant in your life. Okay, so ask yourself that question. What does it mean to be free? And then ask yourself, how am I going about making that happen? And how can I create more of that in my life so that I can do what I love and make an impact in the world? So to those of you who want to make an impact in the world and want to take it to the next level and create more personal freedom in your life so you can do what you love and make an impact, I've included a link right here in the description that's going to take you to my page, Your Breakthrough Year. You can read on that page, what is your breakthrough year? What's it all about? And see if you are a good fit for that. This is going to be a really exciting opportunity for those who are ready to step into it. This is a intimate online mastermind group where I am going to be doing some live trainings. I'm going to be bringing in guest speakers. I'm going to be providing one-on-one coaching, all kinds of things that are going to help you step into your power, connect to your purpose, and begin creating a life that feels like freedom to you. Okay, so if that sounds like something that you're ready to do, go ahead and click the link, share this on your page if you know anyone who it might support, and drop in the comments if this was useful for you. And also drop in the comments, what are some topics that you'd like me to see cover? I'm here every Wednesday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm so grateful that you were here to join me. And I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. And if you are catching the replay, please post your comments and questions, because I do get